In this video, we'll discuss about decision tree algorithm. A decision tree algorithm is a supervised learning algorithm. A decision tree is a tree where each node represents an attribute, each link represents a decision rule, and each leaf represents an outcome. Here is the example for decision tree. Decision tree is constructed to take decision to buy a new home or not. Uh, in this example, attributes are cost of the house, number of bedrooms, and distance from workplace, etc. In this example, each link has a decision rule. For example, in the cost case, we have two decision rules. One is less than or equal to 50 lakhs and second one is greater than 50 lakhs. Here each leaf is outcome, either purchase or reject or go to next to going to the checking of next attribute. Here is another example for decision tree to play tennis or not on a given particular day. Here in the decision tree, attributes are represented as tree nodes and each link has decision rule. Each leaf gives an outcome. To get the positive result in this example, so outlook equal to sunny, intersection, humidity equal to normal, union, outlook equal to overcast, union, outlook equal to rain, intersection, wind equal to weak. Decision tree learning is a method for approximating discrete valued target functions in which the learned function is represented by a decision tree. Learned trees can also be re-represented as sets of if-then rules to improve human readability. These learning methods are among the most popular of inductive inference algorithms and have been successfully applied to a broad range of tasks from learning to diagnose medical cases to learning to access credit risk of loan applicants. These are the characteristics of decision tree problems. Here, instances are represented by attribute value pairs. Next one is the target function has discrete output values. Here, disjunction descriptions may be required. Decision tree problems allows errors in the training data. Last one is the training data may contain missing attribute values also. The following are the some of the decision tree algorithms. Those are ID3, C4.5, C5.0, CART. In this video, we will discuss about ID3 algorithm. To implement this ID3 algorithm, mainly we have to concentrate selection of root of the tree. Next we have to concentrate selection of descendant of root node. To perform these two operations, selection of root node and selection of descendant nodes, we have to concentrate on entropy and information gain of each attribute. What do you meant by entropy? Entropy is the measure of impurity, disorder or uncertainty in a bunch of examples. So whatever the data is giving to the learner, what are the data is giving to the algorithm, first we have to find out the entropy of each attribute. Information gain is the difference in entropy before and after splitting data set on the attribute. Information gain is the main key that is used by decision tree algorithms to construct a decision tree. Decision tree algorithms will always tries to maximize information gain. An attribute with highest information gain will be tested or split first. To explain this particular ID3 algorithm, we are taking tennis play or not example. Here we are considering 14 days data, and we are considering four main attributes: outlook, temperature, humidity and wind, and last one is the output. In this we have 9 positive examples, okay, and 5 negative examples. So first we have to calculate entropy of total data set. So that one we are representing as S. So entropy of S equal to minus P plus log P plus base 2 minus P minus log P minus base 2. So here P plus is the proportion of positive examples in total data set. So how many positive examples are there? 9 positive example. P minus is the proportion of negative examples in data set S. So how many negative examples are there? 5 negative examples. So P plus value becomes 9 by 14, where 14 is a total number what we have taken, total number of days we considered, and P minus is 5 by 14. So here two things we have to consider. If entropy is 0, if all members belongs to the same class, if all the days are positive examples, then entropy becomes 0. If all are becomes negative examples, then entropy becomes 0. Second one, entropy is 1 if collection contains equal number of positive and negative examples. For example, in the given 14, 7 positive and 7 negative are there. Then entropy becomes 1. You may get one doubt. If number of data, whatever data you are providing is odd number, 13, then no question of equal, then entropy doesn't becomes 1. After calculation of entropy of total data set, we have to calculate entropy for each values of different attributes. Okay. So here we are calculating entropy of outlook attribute values. Those are sunny, rainy, overcast. So those three are values of outlook attribute. Okay, so in the outlook attribute sunny case, outlook attribute value sunny case, we have 3 negative and 2 positive. In the case of rainy, we have 3 positive, 2 negative. Okay, so now we have to calculate entropy for each attribute value. So first one you take E of outlook equal to sunny, that is entropy of sunny in the case of outlook attribute. So now, so what we have to take, how many positive values are there? 2. 2 divided by 5. That why are you taking 5? So how many attributes are there? How many examples are there? 5 examples are there. So minus 2 by 5 log 2 by 5 minus, so 3, that is negative example. So 3 by 5 of log 3 by 5. Like that we have to calculate entropy of overcast and entropy of rainy. After calculating entropy of each value of attribute, then we have to take average information entropy. So what is the formula for this one? information entropy of that particular attribute equal to, in the numerator what we have to take, that attribute values positives and negatives divided by total positives and total negatives. So that is P sunny plus N sunny divided by P plus N. So entropy of that one we have to multiply with the entropy value. So now see that one, I of outlook equal to, how many positive are there? 3 for the sunny and 2 divided by 9 plus 5. 9 is in the total set. How many positive are there? 9. How many negative are there? 5. Multiplied by what is the entropy value which we calculated earlier. So like that we have to calculate average information entropy. After that we have to calculate information gain of that particular attribute. How will you get that one? So that one is average information. We have to subtract average information from total entropy. So that is gain of S comma outlook equal to entropy of S, which we calculated earlier, starting case, that is 0.940 minus what is that particular attribute average, that is 0.693. So result is 0.247. In this example, total we have 4 attributes. Out of 4 attributes, we already calculated information gain of outlook. Similarly, we have to calculate information gain of remaining 3 attributes. So here you see this is for temperature attribute. So temperature also has 3 values: hot, mild, cool. Okay, so that is a calculation of that one is here. How many total examples are there? In that how many positive are there and how many negative are there? For example, temperature equal to hot. How many positive are there? 2 positive are there. 2 by how many total are there? In that hot case 4 are there. 2 by 4 logarithm of 2 by 4 minus, no, negative also 2 are there. 2 by 4 logarithm of 2 by 4. So like that we have to calculate entropy of each value of that particular temperature attribute. Next we have to calculate average information entropy of temperature by using a similar formula which we used for outlook. Then we have to calculate temperature, information gain of attribute temperature. Okay, that is average information entropy of temperature we have to subtract from entropy of total data set. So in this case information gain of temperature what we are getting is 0.029. Similarly, we have to calculate information gain of humidity and wind. After calculating information gain of all the attributes, we have to compare which attribute has highest information gain value. So in this example, outlook has the highest information gain value, that is 0.246. So that attribute we have to select as the root node. After taking that outlook as a root node, then we have to find out the descendant of that particular outlook node. After considering outlook as the root node, we have to find out descendant of this outlook nodes. So to take those descendants, first we have to take the values of those outlook attribute. So here outlook has 3 values. One is sunny, overcast, rainy. So in the case of sunny, so we have 5 days we have comes under sunny. So out of those 5 days, 2 are positive, 3 are negative. So we are not supposed to, we are not in a position to tell whether this is no or yes, whether it is giving the positive result or negative result. So further we have to perform our test there. Next one, overcast. Overcast case, 4 days comes under overcast. In this, all 4 days are positive, 0 negative are there. So directly we can take, if outlook value is equal to overcast, we can give the positive result. So we are taking that leaf as the S. Next, in the case of rain also, we are not getting exact result. So there also we have to continue our process to select the next node. So outlook case, overcast gives the correct result, overcast gives the result, and for sunny and rainy we have to continue our process. In other words, we can take overcast has zero entropy, so it becomes as leaf node with the classification play tennis as S. Remaining two values, sunny and rain, still have non-zero values, and the decision tree will be elaborated on these nodes. We have to repeat the above process to get the descendant nodes. Here we have to repeat the same process to get the descendant of root node. So in the case of root node, it contains 3 values. One is sunny, overcast and rainy. Already we have taken overcast as the leaf, so we have to continue our process only with sunny and rainy values. So here that total data is divided into two parts. One part outlook value is sunny, second part outlook value is rainy. We separated those two things. So next one is outlook sunny values. What are the remaining attribute values and what is the result value, play tennis value. Then outlook rainy value. What are the remaining attribute values and play tennis output value. Here, instead of considering entire data, that is 14 days data, here we considered only 5 days data where outlook value equal to sunny. So for that we are calculating the entropy, that is entropy of S of sunny. So here total how many days are there, how many values are there? 5 values. Out of those 5, 2 are positive, 3 are negative. So minus 2 by 5 logarithm of 2 by 5 minus 3 by 5 logarithm of 3 by 5 with base 2. So by calculating we will get the value as 0.971. After taking entropy of S of sunny, we have to calculate entropy of each value of remaining attributes. So first one is humidity we are taking. Humidity has two different values. One is high and second one is normal. Okay. Now see this one. For outlook sunny, humidity has two different value, high and normal. High gives the all no, that is all negative things. Normal gives the yes. So here average entropy, how to calculate? Same formula we have to use, and we have to calculate the gain. So here gain is entropy of S of sunny minus average information entropy of humidity. So similarly, we have to calculate entropy of each value of windy attribute. So that is outlook sunny, and windy has two values, strong and weak, and play tennis have different values. So windy strong case we have one positive and one negative. So entropy is one only because same number of positive and negative values are there. In the case of windy weak case, one positive and two negative are there. So we have to substitute those things in the formula to get the entropy value. After that, we have to calculate the average entropy of average information entropy of that particular windy. Then calculate gain, information gain of that one. So to get that information gain, we have to take the entropy of S of sunny minus average information entropy of windy attribute. So that total value is 0.02. Similarly, we are calculating information gain of third attribute temperature in terms of outlook equal to sunny. So that information gain value is 0.571. After calculating information gain of all the attributes with respect to outlook values is sunny, we have to compare these information gain values. So in this scenario, humidity has a greater value which is 0.971. So humidity is selected as a descendant of root node in the case of outlook value as sunny. After completion of sunny case, we have to concentrate on outlook value as rainy. So here also we has 5 days values where outlook is rainy. So it has different values are present for different attributes, temperature, humidity and windy. We have different play tennis values. So now first we have to calculate entropy of S rainy. So in the case of first we calculate entropy of S total data set. Later after completion of selection of root node to find the subnodes of child nodes of root node, we have taken the sunny side entropy of S of sunny, that is one part of the total data set. In the second part entropy of S of rainy we calculated, so that one we got as 0.971. After calculating entropy of S rainy, we have to calculate information gain of remaining attributes with respect to outlook is rainy. So here first one is humidity attribute. Its values are high and normal. So with respect to rainy, what are the different values of humidity and what are the output play tennis values. By using those things, first we calculated average information entropy by using same formula. Later we calculated information gain of humidity. Similarly, information gain of windy attribute is calculated. Windy has two values, strong and weak, and those values with respect to rainy has different play tennis values. Depending on those things, average information entropy value got as 0. So total information gain of windy attribute with respect to entropy of S of rainy is 0.971. Similarly, information gain of temperature attribute is calculated with respect to rainy value of outlook, that is 0.02. After that, those three values are compared. So in that wind is selected as next node under rainy because it has the greater value, that is 0.971. after considering two descendants of root node outlook, the following is the result of total ID3 algorithm. So that is outlook is selected as the root node. It has three attribute values: sunny, overcast and rain. So overcast has all positive results, so it gives the positive result, that's why S is taken. Under sunny, humidity attribute is selected as a descendant node of outlook. Under humidity, high gives the no result and normal gives the S result. Similarly, under rain case, we selected wind as the attribute descendant node of outlook node. Under wind, strong gives the no result and weak gives the positive result. So this is the final output of ID3 algorithm on the given data. Here, this is the ID3 algorithm. So first step in this algorithm is we have to create the root node. In this case, if all the examples are positive, return root node as with label plus. If all the examples are negative, then we have to return root with label minus. If attributes are empty, return the single node tree root with label most common value of target attribute in examples. Otherwise, we have to follow our process to find the root node and its descendant nodes. What is the process we have to follow? First, we have to calculate the entropy. After that, we have to calculate the information gain. Which node has the maximum information gain? First, that one to be selected as a root node. Later, for the descendant nodes also, we have to follow the same process. Thank you.